But another thing I wanted to add was just a few years ago, another tragedy struck the Hickman family when Mike Hickman's own sister was actually murdered, taken violently. And I guess this was back in 2020, the summer of 2020. And I'm just gleaning from an article really quickly. And they say Jennifer Hickman, 37, a physical education coach and teacher at Dallas ISD's Young Men's Leadership Academy in Pleasant Grove, was found slain in her southeast Oak Cliff home on Sunday, July 12, 2020. They say the 13-year instructor knew every student's name and had a natural ability to connect with kids, her driving goal to better their lives. They say Hickman, 37, was found slain July 12th at her southeast Oak Cliff home. On Tuesday, Dallas police announced they had a suspect, Jeffrey Allen Scott, 35 at the time, who was being held in Hayes County Jail on $2 million bond after exchanging gunfire with a Texas state trooper. So yeah, this is I'm not going to say back-to-back tragedies, but yeah, this was just 2 years ago when the Hickman family lost a loved one. And again, her name is Jennifer Hickman. She was 37 when she was found slain in her Dallas, her Oak Cliff area home. And apparently it was a domestic dispute. I'm not going to get into the full details here. They don't really speak about the case in this article that I am pulling from. They mostly just talk about Hickman, her life, and those who knew her and how they are remembering her. But yeah, it's definitely going to hit hard. That another sibling was taken violently in a tragic situation. And again, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop, because if Aqib Talib was the one that started this fight, then he is more than likely going to be charged with the crime as well, some sort of accessory, or at least with assault, battery, whatever the case may be. But he may be charged with a crime, and I'm not sure if this is going to affect his status with Fox and Amazon, as he does work as an analyst for Amazon Prime at the current time. But this is senseless. This is not something that you're going to see or hear talked about much on ESPN, if at all. They're going to totally ignore this story. You won't see Black Lives Matter making a statement. You won't see Benjamin Crump or Al Sharpton making a statement or convening a march. You won't see any of the sort when it comes to this sort of scenario that we're pretty much becoming desensitized to. We're seeing it all too often. We're out here picking each other off at will. I mean, black on black, communal violence is what I like to call it, rather than black on black. It's communal violence. It's community violence. Violence usually occurs amongst people who are somewhat acquainted, who live within proximity of one another, who usually have dealings with one another on a consistent basis. And this is one of those situations because, again, the cultures were well acquainted with each other. This was an event that was convened by the Talibs, so everyone knew everyone. For it to escalate, for Aqib Talib, if what they're saying is true, to haul off and punch that man for no apparent reason, other than being angry with the refs and the way they lost a game that did not matter. Apparently this wasn't even a game that mattered or counted towards anything. I think it was pretty much like a preseason game or just a scrimmage, a glorified scrimmage. And the end result was one of the coaches lost his life due to gun violence by one of the opposing coaches. And it just doesn't look good because Aqib Talib does not really have the reputation as being a saint or a peacemaker. He always carried, an edgy attitude, willing to get into it, willing to talk that talk, and has had run-ins with the law throughout his career. One time, I believe he was shot in the leg. They say that they believe that he shot his own self in the leg. The brother, Yaqub, has pending charges. He has been charged, I believe, with a gun possession, methamphetamine, marijuana. So neither one of them is a stranger to walking on the wrong side of the law. What are they saying here? Records show that Yaqub Talib was recently indicted on gun and drug charges. They say last Wednesday, just 3 days before Hickmon's slaying, Talib was indicted on a methamphetamine charge. And in March, a grand jury indicted Talib on an unlawful possession of a gun charge. And that was, again, Yaqub Talib, and those cases are still pending. They're saying... in 2014, Yaqub Talib made news after being arrested after a fight at a Dallas nightclub. Witnesses reported a heavily intoxicated Talib was throwing bottles and fighting people. A Dallas police employee mistakenly named Aqib Talib as being involved in the fight. A later department published Aqib Talib's name on social media in connection with the incident. They later apologized to Aqib Talib for the mistake. But Yaqub was arrested on a public intoxication charge, but not sure how that case was disposed of. So yeah, again, no stranger to the law, walking on the wrong side, currently facing several charges related to drugs and weapons. So yeah, again, not looking good for Talib, Yaqub that is, and not looking good for Aqib as he may be pulled into the dragnet. So yeah, just wanted to tap in. I did want to wait a while and let it breathe and see if any other developments or details about the incident occurred, and I'm glad I waited. I was able to give you a little more information than what was previously known. And if it calls for follow-up, I'll hit you again with another follow-up. But this just goes to prove my tagline and what I say all the time. What doesn't come out in the wash always comes out in the rinse. And this is your man online, Bill Money. Hop down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Smash like on this video. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you on the other side.
An ADOS dude, there was an ADOS dude named Bill something. Bill the Icon.
Bring up all the dirty laundry.
Huh?